Hey everybody, have you had some phenomenal or exciting experiences with your loved ones, family, friends, whoever it might be, and you made sure you took pictures, videos, or you just randomly brought it up in a conversation? Today we're going to be talking about making memories, how we should cherish them and enjoy them as often as we can. We only have one life to live, so we have to make it count. So join us on today's topic. Sit back, relax, and enjoy today's episode of the Bump Podcast.
Welcome everyone to season 4 of the Bump Podcast. I'm your host Shamir here with my co-host and beloved brother Nabil.
Thank you for joining us, everybody. We're so excited to be here. A 4th season already. We've been recording a crap ton of episodes in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
We took a week off, but we felt like we just needed to kind of recuperate and, keep planning what we were going to do. We don't want to be repetitive. So as we get more and more into this season, hopefully we'll be able to apply some of the changes we've been talking about on this show.
Yeah.
What do our people need to do?
Tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the ringle dingle dingle. Follow us on all our social platforms. As Nabil said in the intro, we're going to be talking about creating memories and building them.
Mm-hmm. And what does that mean to us?
Yes. What does it mean to you, Nabil?
Well, to me, it means one thing.
Sure.
But essentially making memories signifies creating experiences and moments that are significant and memorable, often with the intention of reflecting on them and cherishing them in the future. I brought this up as one of our many topics that we always kind of go back and forth with, because we ended last season with having fun.
Right.
And I was like, all right, so what do we go in starting off? And memories is just, we recently had the opportunity to visit the new Universal theme park, Epic Universe.
Yes.
And it was such a blast. We had so much fun. We enjoyed the heck out of that park. It was my second time going, but his first time and my wife's first time and a buddy of ours as well. And it was just phenomenal, but we weren't allowed to take pictures or record any videos. There was some like professional photographers that are team members over there that they could take our pictures. So we have a few of those, but we weren't allowed to. Now that's been lifted, so we're going to go back next week, and we're going to be able to take pictures and all that stuff. But I felt like it was important for us to just talk about the importance of making memories, because it's something that always brings a smile to us, always kind of really transports us back to those particular moments and just realize how much fun we were having. And you might even remember things that, you had probably forgotten or locked away in your memory bank. But when you see that picture, it just triggered it. Like, oh, wait a minute, this is where this happened, and this person did all this, and we were laughing, and our stomachs were hurting in the process, or so and so was laughing and he farted on accident, or whatever it is. And those are wonderful things to go through, and I don't think it's really talked about enough.
As we were actually going to record this episode the other day, and we actually got caught up in memories. Nabil was trying to look for old GameCube.
Yeah,
it's one of the old boxes here in the house that we years ago we moved from Puerto Rico over here to Florida, and Nabil was looking for his GameCube. Couldn't find it.
I think that's gone.
Yeah, no, it's definitely gone.
That and the games, which sucks.
Yeah, we used to play Mario Kart and all these good NBA Street. You remember that one?
Yeah.
One.
Yeah. See, all that's gone.
One. Yeah.
Freaking
but anyways, we went through a bunch of old pictures. We'll show you guys a few of our pictures right here in the podcast. We'll just let them run for a little bit, and then maybe at the end. Over. Yeah, and
we were just reminiscing.
We were just reminiscing, and man, I sent a few pictures to a good friend of mine.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah.
And he really said that he had nostalgia when he saw them, and that it made his week. I haven't even opened the message, to be honest with you. Look, like
4 messages.
Yeah, you see.
And you said, "Oh my gosh, wow,
yeah,
such nostalgia, brother."
Hopefully you're well. It made my week.
Made my week. Oh, that's great.
And it was a good friend of mine. He's a personal trainer in Puerto Rico, and one time, we went to this wrestling event in the Coliseum over there in Puerto Rico, and we were watching Batista and Rey Mysterio and
pretty much all the WWE roster at the time.
Yeah, it was a really good roster.
I didn't get to go.
This was 2007 or 8. No later than 8, I would say. So guys could imagine the roster at the time. Definitely a lot better than what it is today. There's some good names out there nowadays, but it was good memories to go back to relive. And also, that's what I was saying too, that now that I have a son, and I see our pictures when we were small, it's great to see, but like it's awesome that nowadays we have so much access to video and recording and whatnot, and to see my son growing up and go back on those memories on a constant basis. Like it could be nighttime, man, and I'll just like go through our videos and just watch memories of like cute moments and stuff like that. And that to me just brings joy and motivation to continue to move forward and to build for him and the family. And honestly, this was a great topic to start off the season, and I thank Nabil for bringing it to the attention and creating this episode. And it's definitely awesome because I think that all of us on Bunk Podcasts and everybody that listens to us should do the same. Always look back at the things that you used to do, the person you were at some point, and see who you've grown to be. Have you had good progress? There's just so many things you could gain from memories, and just build off. And I love it because there's always a good laugh, like you said. There's always a good moment. There's sometimes bad moments as well. There you might go through certain things where it was a bad season in your life, or there was probably a void or a distance in between a certain time where you were going through struggles where there wasn't probably many pictures or videos. And it's good to remember as well, because that it's certain things that you probably don't ever want to go back to. So you're like, okay, you put yourself in check and think about like, okay, what can I do to continue to never go back to that situation in my life, or put my family through, or whatever it may be, So that's how I feel about memories, man. I just love everything about it because it's always a positive regardless.
It's just fun, and more times than not it is good memories. Sometimes it's literally just reminiscing of loved ones that are no longer here too, and you can kind of remember them based off of the photos or videos. I mean, we live in an age where we're blessed to have access to that kind of memory creative content, if you will, where we can record and take pictures and high quality, and your son's going to be able to look back at all that stuff in great quality versus our stuff where it's older looking. And I mean, our parents even have it even worse because their pictures are like black and white or just kind of like that brownish looking. They can restore it nowadays most of the time. Sometimes it's just practically impossible to restore what's already kind of damaged. But my mother found I don't know if it's considered part of the birth certificate, but it's like stamps of my footprints as a baby.
Yeah, that was cute.
But she actually found the original copy and sent me a picture like the next day. She's like, "Oh, I found the original." I was like, "Oh, that's clear. I thought it was a copy of the original." And she was like, "No, the one that we saw yesterday was a copy."
Okay.
The original one's like perfect condition still.
Nice.
I was just like, wow. And
it's nice to see the time too, like what you were born.
We were 2 something in the afternoon.
Yeah, I was born at 12:27, and you know what's crazy? That like that time on a constant basis, I'll look at the clock and it'll be that time. It's very weird. I was just like, wow, I guess you might be in sync with like the moment you were born. I don't know. Like
maybe, I don't know.
You should pay attention to that. See if there anything like comes up around those times throughout the day. Maybe like a highlight or something, or
could be.
You never know.
Yeah, could be. But yeah, it's cool. Just phenomenal, and part of the memory making, the different details about it is creating significance, which it's actively engaging in experiences and creating moments that hold personal meaning and value. There's also the emotional connection side of it, which is often tied to strong emotions, whether joy, laughter, excitement, or even sadness, which makes them more impactful and memorable. It also creates building relationships, reflecting on the past, living in the moment, which in that regard, it's while the focus is on creating memories, it's also important to be present and fully engaged in the moment, as these are the experiences that will become the memories of the future. And of course, ordinary moments too, which is seemingly ordinary moments can become extraordinary memories, especially when shared with loved ones or when they are imbued with significance. This is just, kind of straight to the point, short and sweet. And, we would love to either read or hear about what kind of different memories you guys have that, brings a smile to your face, a warm feeling to your heart, or even a little sadness. I'm telling you, making memories is phenomenal. And a lot of times when we go out or we do certain things, I feel like as of lately, like I don't take pictures. I'm just really trying to live in the moment.
Yeah.
But then sometimes I'm like, man, I really wish we would have taken a group picture or, would have documented this in some way, shape or form.
Yeah. This is a great memory here. I wanted to show everyone. This is what I got at Epic Universe. I don't think
a Mario Kart backpack.
Here, Nabil, can you hit the...
With the seatbelt.
Bam.
Look at that. Got some great design on it.
Yeah.
Universal isn't paying us to do this, by the way, but we'll happily promote because this is just a phenomenal item.
The great items. I got also a little keychain.
You still got the tag and everything?
Yeah, I got the tag. I don't even know. I've just been so lazy to like cut it off.
Yeah.
And that's so small, like I can't get it with my fingers. It'll just
you got it.
So I got that. I got a little keychain and a few shirts and stuff like that. It was definitely fun. A nice hat too. It's definitely
got a player one hat, player one shirt with the original pixelated Mario,
and then they have a player 2 as well where they have Luigi and they also have the hat.
Did you get that or no? No, you didn't get it.
No. I got the player 2 shirt for my lady.
Oh, you did? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we could like go together with. But I think we're actually gonna go with the Yoshi one, and then I'm gonna just get the Yoshi button down. When I pull up, so
I might want to get the Donkey Kong one.
Donkey Kong, no, that one's pretty cool too. Yeah,
Donkey Kong's the man.
Yeah, those were good memories. That was a day that made me so happy.
Made you feel like a kid, right?
Yeah, it just took me back to a moment in life where I was like, you didn't have all the social media, you didn't have
really much worries or concerns back then.
Like entertainment was so different in the early 90s and early 2000s, right?
Late 90s, early 2000s.
Right. And it's just, well, I said early because, like 1992 was when like the Mario game came out or whatever. And it was just a different time. And when the way they submerge you, the paint, the
immersive experience.
Yes, everything. They'll let you go. Like one of the little escalators is going through the green tube, like your Mario, and going.
And
through
it does the sound too.
Yeah, it's just, man, it was just so immersive. Universal definitely did their thing. It was just a great memory. And I told Nabil, we only got like 4 professional pictures done because we couldn't take pictures or anything at the moment because we really went in an exclusive moment to the park. So it was kind of sad, but it's definitely something that'll live in my heart forever. And
at least we have a little evidence of it,
For sure.
But now when we go back,
right, we'll definitely try to create some content for you guys to see.
Yeah.
We'll make it into a reel or something. So
we could probably implement it into a particular topic and then roll it off that way and make it fun for all of you guys who are listening or watching.
For sure.
We'll try to make it in a way where for anyone who's listening on Apple Podcast or Spotify that you guys won't feel, left out because you're only listening, you're not watching. But yeah, it's a fun moment. If you guys get the opportunity to come out to Epic Universe, it will open on May 22nd. So be on the lookout for that. Whether you guys have to travel out of state or out of the country, whatever. Highly recommend it because all 4 worlds are pretty awesome. But we're not necessarily talking about the park today.
Yeah.
Just the fact that we can make memories. And again, I mean, it was nice that we could have some sort of documented memory by the professional photographers taking those pictures for us.
Yeah, it was definitely a great moment. Another thing too, going back to our
photo
when we were doing our photos the other day, our grandfather.
Yeah,
it was the first time I actually saw the plaques of him being in the army and serving our military.
You know, I actually took those to school for some sort of project where it was. Yeah,
I never saw. I don't recall
really
seeing them.
I didn't see them this time, so I'm surprised that you're saying it. But I remember taking those to school.
That's awesome.
For some sort of project where we had to talk about, I'm sure, some sort of a veteran family, and he served the military.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, man. And honestly,
do you know how long he served for?
I think like 4 years.
The minimum, maybe even then.
Yeah, but he actually, I think he was based in Hawaii for like a year. From what Dad told me, and he lived in certain parts of the world for certain portions of time. That was really cool, you know.
Yeah.
And seeing how our ancestors lived their lives in the times that they did, you know, that's definitely also really cool to see our lineage do so well, have such consistency, pride, and determination. I think also our aviation time as
yes, we were part of an aviation group.
Part of it was the last, I think, portion of Boy Scouts of America, because they have Boy Scouts, then they have like two other
groups, if you want to call it.
And then Exploring was the last one before going into like
the Boy Scouts that our leader was in charge of. He passed them over to aviation once they were, one, old enough, and two, once he got rid of all of us. Like literally, he got rid of all of us.
That's crazy. I think he was just tired of
He was tired of their responsibility that was going on within the group, the parents. He just said, I'm closing the group, and then like a few weeks later we'll find out he had just made a new group.
Yeah. But
I was like, wow.
Thanks. I wasn't
it was what it was.
At him. I think it was just, sometimes you have to have certain class in society. Not saying you're better than anyone, but you have to have there's a level to certain things, and you have to meet those expectations. And when you don't, obviously people will brush you off, and you can't be mad at it if you don't meet those expectations.
Yeah, but I mean, we were always responsible. Mom and Dad would always take
but like
some of the other people
we were part of that group. It was kind of like,
like people would show up late. People would, it was the whole thing.
Yeah, it was terrible, but we had a great time. We learned a lot about.
We actually flew some of the.
Yeah,
testing,
we actually have
planes.
Flying. I have half an hour of flight. Nabil has like.
I had about an hour and a half.
That's
it wasn't
cool.
that much of a difference.
We learned our phonetics to speak to the control tower.
Yeah.
There was a lot of things that we could have done in our life if we would have continued it, I guess, like become pilots. What we were thinking about the what
if we had continued, would we be certified pilots nowadays?
But then it's like, okay, what if we were certified pilots and working for a commercial airline or a private company or something like that, and then we actually, excuse me for that noise, what if we were in that industry and a plane fell and we died or something, or I died or you died? You just never know the destiny of life sometimes. So sometimes I just let things flow too, because I'm just like, that could have been a terrible situation. Because there's pros and cons to everything. And so but it was definitely an enjoyable time. Also the observatory in Arecibo.
Yeah, it was it was the biggest satellite ever.
They made a James Bond movie scene over there. It was one of the older ones before.
Yeah, with Pierce Brosnan.
Thank you.
He was James Bond at the time.
James Bond.
It was probably like his second or third James Bond film. I don't remember which one it was.
The thing is that what's it called? The observatory. Like, I think I was in prison when it fell.
It was during one of the biggest hurricanes or something that it was just wrecked. There was no.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was after the hurricane though, because it was literally it was a normal day, and out of nowhere it just started like breaking apart, like the the wires just broke and the satellite fell. Because remember, the satellite was on the floor essentially, but then they had the other portion of the satellite hanging. So we actually were able to obtain a badge of the observatory before.
Oh, really? I didn't see that. That was in
I have it in my folder.
Oh,
that's the one that I had. I don't know if you had patched yours or onto your shirt or not, because we could patch certain ones.
Maybe.
So I don't know, but anyways,
I want to see that patch. Okay.
Yeah, I'll show you. And it was a great memory as well. We had
we went there multiple
times. Yeah, no, for sure. And it's good to go back in time and live it, honestly. And that's just where I'm at. I shared a few little anecdotes, and obviously there's so much more to share. It's just never enough time to put it all in one podcast.
Yeah. I mean, we saw a picture of us standing in front of this massive sign of the Grinch, and the Jim Carrey Grinch, and we're still fans of that movie to this. I mean, that's my favorite Christmas movie.
But we had the pleasure to go see it in theaters. You know,
what I'm saying?
Did. Same thing as Episode 3,
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the 20th anniversary. Will be I'm blanking on it right now. I should be fired for this. April 22nd.
Is it next Monday where we?
So Monday we got to get the tickets. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You see?
And then that week it'll be out.
Nice.
We're gonna watch it in 4DX.
Yeah.
It's gonna be lovely. Actually, in our pile of stuff that we were looking at, I found this old Happy Meal. Darth Vader from Revenge of the Sith. Let me see. Does this have the date on it or anything? No, it doesn't. But anyway, I was just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this still is alive. And if you open it, you got Anakin Skywalker in it. A little Hayden Christensen, as it were. Look at him. He looks like he's stoned.
His eyes were just. I was expecting a total different eye look, it's not terrible.
Should have given him Sith eyes if he's inside the Darth Vader, but maybe not. Maybe they're like he's good when he's Anakin, but when he's in this suit, the gates of hell have opened up. So watch out.
But
crazy. Just little things like this. You're just like, wow,
brings you back to a good time.
Yeah. When Revenge of the Sith came out, I got everything possible. I got multiple posters, all gone by the way. I'm so mad about that, actually. If you have original posters, they go for some good money.
Really?
Not that I would want to sell it, but still, the action figures I had, all gone.
The last little bit of grain of salt that George Lucas gave us was that movie, essentially.
No, Clone Wars.
Well, he worked the Clone Wars, but I'm talking about the movies.
Oh, well, yeah, Revenge of the Sith for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But Clone Wars.
George, come back, please.
I don't know. I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. He's definitely aging.
Oh,
I've been seeing so much because they're going to release, or they have released that Stan Lee documentary.
Yeah, I don't know if it's come out yet or not, but it just doesn't look good.
Man, people are just promoting that, how they exploited him the last few years of his life. Which, if you guys are listening to me, any of you guys
small rant, as you can see,
any of you human beings, hopefully you guys see this one day. I want to tell you something. I can't wait to see you guys in person.
Oh, Shamir, can't wait to see them.
That's all I'm going to say, because
I met Stanley.
You guys are disgusting human beings. I'm not here to criticize none of you guys, but you guys are disgusting and terrible human beings doing that to a 90-something-year-old man.
Yeah.
It don't matter if he was Stan Lee.
They were making that bank off him no matter what.
Whoever he was. That is crazy, man. Leave the old man alone. I don't think he was broke.
No, he was definitely not broke. For him to
be going, for them doing what they did, Oh, and then that guy's saying, "Oh, I'm getting every dime out of you." Like, bro, you know what? Hopefully,
that's twisted.
Hopefully that money is burning and is rotting in hell, and that God may judge you because you're a turd. You're a terrible human being.
You abused Stan Lee.
You abused Stan Lee, and you probably took him straight to the grave. And you probably didn't even go to his funeral, which is even worse. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? That's how terrible these people are. All I know
is my memory of Stan Lee is good. I met Stan Lee at MegaCon 2014. It was pretty quick.
That's crazy.
It was nice. He signed my copy of Amazing Fantasy number 15 Spider-Man. It's not an original copy. I wish it was. But it's a reprint, and I have it. It's somewhere in this podcast room, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's one of my favorite pieces in my collection for sure. It's because Stan signed it. I have it. It's still well kept. And then I took a photo op with him as well, and he was nice, big smile, and he was just nice. Even complimented me because I went as Captain America from the Winter Soldier. It was a makeshift costume, so it wasn't like a legit looking one because they didn't have anything available at the time. But he complimented the costume. Hey, you look good, Cap. And I was like, yeah. Stan Lee gave me a thumbs up, if you will.
Yeah, I remember that year where you dressed up and
man,
cosplayed. That's pretty cool.
Affordable Captain America, Dollar Tree Captain America.
Did people take pictures with you?
Yeah, actually a couple.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, other people that were dressed like as Winter Soldier.
Nice.
Dollar Tree Winter Soldiers. So I felt like, yes, I'm not the only one.
By the way, I want to shout out also Roosevelt and Nabil for getting me this shirt.
Spider-Man. You guys can kind of zoom in through your phones or your screens. Yeah, you got all the different Spider-Man villains. Yep. Spidey's on here too. There's Spider-Man there.
On there. Yeah, there's a few.
You got Doc Ock and Mysterio,
but he's got
Sandman.
the Spidey sense, which is really cool. Yeah, they added that little
he's
detail.
Surrounded by all the villains.
Yeah,
he's screwed.
So definitely, I've been rocking this brand. I think everybody that likes a nice little button.
Shamir's got a new look for this season. He, the Roosevelt shirts, the glasses, the
law-abiding citizen glasses, nerd glasses, and then
I'm just looking like a dork still, but it's all good.
Canoe Flex, Roosevelt button-down shirts. Definitely very comfortable. It stretches too, so it's a good fit.
They're not sponsoring us, by the way.
It's okay, but hey, they're such a good brand. I'm so happy with this. I've been buying them, and
how many you got? Like 3 right now.
So I got the Deadpool, this one, the other, I got Thanos' gauntlet with the Infinity
Gauntlet with the Infinity
all over
Stones.
me. It's just, I feel fantastic.
Powerful.
Yes, like I could snap my finger and end this bureaucracy that's going on in this world. But yes, I am planning to get more. And hopefully they sponsor us one day. It's definitely when they go to MegaCon, I think we need to talk to them and be like, hey, we're
podcast.
Like put us on,
motivate us to wear, look good, feel good.
Yeah.
And we'll promote the heck out of it.
We're gonna get there, ladies and gentlemen. That's definitely, remember this.
At Epic Universe, they got some cool ones too. So we're gonna probably cop one or two.
Yeah, no.
He wanted that Yoshi one. I want the Donkey Kong one. If we end up getting it, you guys will see us in the next episode wearing them. Because but
those aren't Roosevelt though.
They're not. Never mind.
Yeah. But I mean, you probably got confused because you got these at Universal. Because Universal and Disney both have contracts with Roosevelt. And
they do.
Yes, because.
So
they got Finding Nemo shirts. They got Star Wars. Yeah, they got a bunch of Star Wars stuff.
Shoot.
They got Star Wars pants by Roosevelt. They got a bunch of stuff. I just haven't bought anything Star Wars because I haven't been to Disney
in person to see it.
To go buy some. But
I want
the
to see
good
them.
thing too is that Nabil actually gets a discount. But originally these shirts are slightly on the expensive side. They're about like $70 a piece if you don't get a discount. If you buy them at the store, I think you got to purchase over $100 to get free shipping. So
wow, really?
Yeah, I'm giving so much detail, but anyways, they're such great shirts.
He's that happy with the product.
Yes, and now the summer's coming around. You want a comfortable shirt where you could breathe through, and I think there's nothing better than a button-down short sleeve shirt and some shorts.
Especially.
So thank you, Nabil, for purchasing these shirts for me.
My
pleasure. Next time I'll bring the Thanos one so people could see that the power it could just transmit to them, and they could have power too. Fans.
I'm inspired.
Yeah,
he's inspired, but I'm inspired too.
You got anything else there?
No. So just basically, the gift of all of this, right, is memories. Memory as a gift, right? It's seen as a gift from God, allowing us to reflect on the past and learn from it. Intentional memory. People from all walks of life essentially are encouraged to be intentional with their memories, focusing on positive and uplifting experiences. People, enjoy the memories you create. Let's say you're having a good time with your family, your friends, or your coworkers. Be present at all times. Take it all in. You don't know how often it's going to happen. So when it happens, really enjoy it. Take that picture so you can look back and always smile, or laugh, or whatever it is. Record it, but don't record it where it's such a distraction that you didn't actually get to enjoy it while being there. Sometimes we need to just literally keep our phones away and just live it, and just be grateful that you had that opportunity to do whatever experience it was. That's just kind of what we want to, end this episode today with, is just enjoy those moments. We have one life to live and we have to make it count. It can't just be all bad. It can't just be us constantly sulking about, the work sucks, or the political parties are absolutely terrible, which they are, but we're not going to get into that. Or things aren't going my way, and be grateful, count your blessings every single day, man. I'm telling you, it's going to be worth it. Sure. And go out there and just enjoy your life as best as you can. You have the opportunity and the power to control what you're thinking here and what you're feeling here. But it's a choice that we make daily of how we want our day to go. And sure, sometimes it is out of our control, but what we do have in control, let's dominate it to the best of our abilities and enjoy life. Okay. So, anything else you want to add?
No, that'll be all. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on the Ringo Dingle Dingle, and follow us on all our social platforms. We thank you guys for supporting again another season, another episode of the Bump Podcast. Next week, I think we're gonna have a special guest.
Yeah, we're working it out for sure.
We're working it out. We're not gonna say anything. TBD. I mean, it's not a famous person, but it's a good therapist that we carry to our heart very dearly. Yeah, and I think she has some good knowledge, wisdom, and understanding from the Lord, and as a professional, and we would like to bring her on. And we're gonna continue this season. We're gonna focus on bringing people on to help you guys and help us better ourselves. And be more, create more strength on this podcast and more movement, so we could push better content and not just hear us two talking stuff all the time by ourselves,
boring you guys.
But we love you guys, and it'll be until next week. Take care, guys. See you
later. Have a great week, everybody.